and you are now watching The Break. On Tuesday of this week, Nigerians in London descended upon Westminister Parliament to protest against the recent killings perpetrated by the Fulani Herdsmen in Benue and Enugu states in Nigeria. The group condemned the killings and staged the protest to bring international attention to the escalation of violence in recent months.
The purpose of this protest is to say that the killing of our people by Fulani Herdsmen must stop. This protest is Nigerian protest.
This protest comes a week after an attack by suspected herdsmen that left 6 people dead and many wounded in Nimbo of the Ojukwu community in Enugu state, and 2 weeks after 48 people were killed in another area of Enugu state as well. Armed Fulani herdsmen have killed hundreds of people in the recent attacks, including women and children. They have also destroyed properties and have occupied the host communities that they have invaded and attacked. You may wonder why the sudden rise in attacks. Well, in Benue State, the herdsmen claim that 10,000 of their cattle were killed. Tension between the herdsmen and farmers can be best explained most simply as a conflict over resources in Nigeria, and especially in the Benue Valley region of Nigeria. In these villages where grazing occurs, the damages by the herds include destruction of crops and farmlands, overgrazing of economic plants, and the pollution of water sources. All of the above have direct impact on the communities and people's livelihoods, as their economic activities are tied intrinsically to the water and land. Another critical issue that is related to the land is the phenomena of indigenouship in Nigeria, or the idea that gives an individual the right to own land. Land in most communities in Nigeria, such as those among the Tiv people in the Benue Valley, have symbolic meaning and are sacred, often considered an ancestral and historical sphere of influence. On the strength of that statement, therefore, conflicts over land are usually fierce, with massive destructions of lives and properties. Much attention was brought to the Fulani herdsmen in September of 2015 when a group of herdsmen kidnapped the former Nigerian presidential candidate Ojukwu from his home in Ondo State. Falana was then released after a ransom was paid. The Fulani herdsmen in Nigeria are nomadic cattle grazers. There is an estimate of 7 to 8 million nomadic Fulani and 16 to 18 million settled Fulani in Africa, where they are native to 7 West African countries, including Ghana, Senegal, and Guinea. For many years now, there have been tensions between the herdsmen and the farming communities in Nigeria, and the increase of kidnappings, attacks, and killings by the herdsmen in recent years have only exacerbated the tension. The Fulani herdsmen have also been referred to as the Fulani militants and are being compared to other terrorist groups such as Boko Haram and ISIS. It has been reported that between 2010 and 2013, 80 people were killed by the herdsmen, and in 2014, the herdsmen killed 1,229 people. Taraba, Nasarawa, Plateau, Kaduna, and Benue states have experienced some of the worst attacks. While speaking with reporters in Abuja, the senior Catholic priest in the Archdiocese, Reverend Dr. Will Ojukwu, called on President Buhari to take action against the herdsmen that he says, and I quote, are another form of Boko Haram, end quote. In April 2016, human rights lawyer Femi Falana filed a petition in the International Criminal Court and ECOWAS court alleging genocide and ethnic cleansing by the Fulani herdsmen. However, there are genuine concerns by many discerning Nigerians on the need to review the existing constitution in the country. Issues such as indigenouship and settlers' rights in the communities, and the review of the Land Use Acts, which have been abused largely by the upper class, should be in the front burner in the constitutional review process, many say. That's all the time that we have for today. So thank you so much for watching The Break, and I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe this video. Until next time, I'm your host, Gabrielle Harris.